Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and finally the devs appear to be listening to the Powercreep problem that's going on in Honkai Star Rail. We have been having new characters like almost every single patch since the game started, and finally this is the first time they drip marketed just one limited 5-star. I waited a couple of days. I just wanted to be sure and guaranteed that this is indeed the case for the trend. For those of you who don't know, every time a new character comes out in Honkai Star Rail, they drip market they will drip market 2 patches in advance, the new characters. Usually the first day will be one 5-star, the next day will be another 5-star, and then the 4-star. But in this case, for version 2.6, they only have one character, which is Rappa, moving forward as well. This is insanely huge, and I'll tell you why and how it affects Powercreep situation. But first things first, the devs acknowledge that releasing 2 new characters every single patch is crazy. On the screenshot above, you can just see that I have basically every patch we do our predictions for the next patch ahead and the next couple of patches ahead, and you can see every single patch for the past 12 patches, if you include Fei Xiao's patch upcoming in 2.5, we have a total of 13 patches of 2 new characters every single patch. If you are a new player, imagine you're joining in 1.6, you have 4 new characters to pull for if you are a new player, and it's just too much resource and they don't give us enough pulls to actually justify playing the game. Imagine if you played the game because you saw a cutscene from Kafka or Zila and you don't even know when their rerun is coming out if you missed their first time around. It's going to be very frustrating to a lot of players, and they just keep shoving with us, a lot of players. This creates a lot of exhaustion. We can see you guys have already said it in the comment section of our Powercreep videos that you guys are very frustrated, and the devs definitely hear us out. They definitely are making changes. But more important than that, I also want to share in this video how just one character being introduced reduces power creep, and at the same time what else Honkai Star Rail can do to reduce the effects of power creep in the overall game. Because we do know reducing new characters is just a direct way of implementing reduction of power creep, because less new characters that come out means your old characters will remain relevant for a longer period of time. But the big downside of this, and it's not sustainable in the long run, because you have a direct negative effect on your profit margin. Honkai Star Rail is still a business and they need to function, and the worst thing we want to do is we as a community be too hard on the developers such that they make no money, and then in the end they either have poorer storyline because they don't have budget, they have poorer design, or even worst case scenario, go end of service because of the community's over excessive demands. So I want to share with us a bit of alternatives of how to slow power creep so that we are able as a community to move forward together to help this game last as long as we can, because I'm sure we all love this game. I do definitely a lot. And one thing that we see, and I think is very, very important, is to increase the rerun cycles. So as a hitch for reducing new characters, increasing the rerun not only reduces the stress of new players, because now you have a lot of new characters that come in from the past, you don't have new characters to pull, so it's much more friendly, especially for your slightly larger spenders. You have your regular players and stuff. You get access to old characters, and these old characters have to be still relevant and incentivize Hoyoverse to make these old characters still relevant, which directly reduces power creep. Because no one's going to pull on a banner of a totally useless character in the current patch, helping increase the cycle churn in the overall game state. If you haven't seen the video on our channel, the 8 teams of Honkai Star Rail, I highly recommend you check it out. It talks about the shifting meta of Honkai Star Rail into the 8 main teams and styles. Increasing reruns helps speed up this cycle churn, which directly reduces power creep, and at the same time you increase your profits, because how many people have actually pulled, if you are a free to play player or small spender, every single patch you probably pick 1, at most 2, and then you skip the other 2. No one is picking more than 2 out of 3, 2 out of 4 of these characters unless you are a spender or you have saved for a really long time. So by increasing reruns, you directly increase the amount of money you make. Even if it's not directly affecting money, you are increasing player satisfaction as well, or those people who want to spend for characters, they will likely spend. The second way of doing this is in line with increasing reruns, and that is introducing more game modes. Even though they don't directly make more money in terms of having, for example, more game modes, by introducing different varieties of ways of characters to shine, for example, Simulated Universe, Divergent Universe, they try to make characters of varying abilities outperform in certain fields so that no character is irrelevant for too long period of time. And having more game modes definitely helps directly slow power creep, and this is a very good thing. The only downside in more game modes is what happens if we have too many game modes at one point of time. which means that players will start to need pull multiple characters, have multiple teams. That's going to be stressful on the community. And for some people, maybe what happens if you have like 3 teams in the MOC, of course, this will be like super stressful, because then now you need like 3 different teams to function. That is crazy, a lot of resources that not many people might have. So these are ideas. Of course, I don't recommend going into 3 teams too early. Even a game like Genshin Impact, where it's been on for so long, still only has 2 teams in their Spiral Abyss, the Memory of Chaos equivalent as well. So this is one aspect of slowing down power creep, which at this point might not be too useful in a 1 year plus game. They can still do it, but it's better in an earlier game to introduce more game modes. The third thing, which I have no idea why they are not doing yet, is selling skins and cosmetics. This directly increases their profits. So I have here, sorry for those of you who are colorblind as well. These 2 boxes here are green, which means that you are increasing the profits of Hoyoverse, helping them sustain longer. This box here, reducing new characters, red, is negative effects on profits, so which means it's not very good. Selling cosmetics and merch for whatever that is, and whatever they want to do, directly increases profit, and it doesn't affect game state. By increasing your profit margins, by increasing your profits of your overall game, reduces the stress that you keep needing to reduce new characters, and which means that they have more money to invest in more game modes, more money to invest in designs of characters, design of story, increasing ways of playing the game, more events and stuff like that, and puts less stress on them releasing new characters, flashy new characters with very high numbers just to force sell. So you diversify the revenue pool such that you can make money in other ways, not just selling characters. I don't know about you guys, let me know in the comments below, but I would definitely be buying a skin. Let's say it costs like $5 a skin, or maybe like limited, expensive, very nice, beautiful skins. I'll pay like $10, $20 for a skin. I think that's very worth it. Considering a character can cost up to $200, 10% or less than 10% for a brand new skin, making a character feel brand new, I think is really very great. For example, like the Mark 7 skin that we saw she once had for her preservation one. I don't even know why they didn't release that. It would have been a really nice touch to give character skins as well. But it is what it is. I think this is probably where they can go their next step. Let me know what you guys think as well. And if you're finding value in this video so far, do give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more of such future content. I try to touch on as many things as I can about games, not just telling you how to play better game, but also helping you see the broader picture from my real life experience. If you appreciate the sharing, do give us a like, comment, and subscribe. The last thing that I think Honkai Star Rail Hoyoverse can do to slow down power creep is to have player-made content. Now, player-made content could be one of many is like PvP, another one is like maybe interaction, social activities, team play. Maybe like, for example, Genshin Impact had their card game mode. Player-made content reduces the stress on the developers to make new content every single patch, which lowers the cost. When cost is lowered, your profits is increased because they'll keep a larger portion of the money they make rather than having it to spend on developmental costs. So player-made content is insane. Games that are purely player-made content are like League of Legends, Dota, these kind of games which introduce PvP aspect. The developers do much less developmental costs, and a lot of the game is actually run by the community themselves, which is very good. Helps the game sustain a lot longer, reduces costs for developers, and also is interesting if they sell characters specifically for this player-made content. I think that's another way they can slow power creep. If you found this video insightful, do like and subscribe. Check out these 2 other videos if you're interested in more of such discussion topics as well, and share with any of your friends who are really long-term players of Honkai Star Rail. And again, thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.